Hello, and we're live.
Yay.
Woo! Last 3 hours of the booktube-a-thon reading rush. Okay, let's.
I'm tired.
Same. I'm gonna share this out to everyone so people know we
I'll
exist.
retweet you. 3 people are watching. What up? Hello.
Welcome.
Ask what you want to ask in the chat.
Yeah, let us know.
Just so everyone knows, our first sprint is starting at 9:10.
Yes, I planned it all out. We're ready to go.
And Bridget has a whole schedule.
I do indeed.
I'm like really out of it, so if I'm acting like a crazy person, it's because I'm dying. Do we get a certificate if we win? Like NaNoWriMo style?
They did that last year, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't print it out because I couldn't be bothered. But drop to 1 person watching. The audacity.
It's probably you.
Can you tweet it?
Huh?
Can you tweet it?
Here we go. I'm tweeting it out.
Okay, cool. I'll retweet.
Okay. So, how is everyone doing? We will start with I'm Bridget. Welcome. This is my channel.
Oh, 2 people are watching. What up?
How's it going?
Sweet.
I'm Bridget. Welcome to our channel.
Oh, hi. I'm sorry, God. I thought you were going to do more. I'm Molly.
I was going to say the rest later.
I'm Molly from Magical Molly. I'm real tired and got to get up at 7 a.m. So, hey. I'm just going to be throwing peace signs the whole video.
Yeah. I have read 6 books so far.
7 a.m. So.
And completed all but 1 challenge. Oh my gosh, I can go put the Bookstagram photo challenge on there. I did that today. Gotta mark that. But so I did all of the challenges except for 1, which I'm finishing during this live stream. I'm gonna finish this book for my 7th book and for a book I meant to read last year.
What did you read this week, Bridget?
Welcome to my book haul. I read these 6 books: Illuminate, The Unhoneymooners. Illuminate completed. Book with non-human main character. Non-honeymooners did not complete anything, but it was fun. Final Draft I read in 1 place. The Scarlet Witch graphic novel didn't complete anything for fun, but quick. J.K. Rowling, Fantastic Beasts, booked movie, and Geekerella, book with purple on the cover. And then
and Fantastic Beasts you used as a debut novel.
Oh yeah, and it's a debut novel because it's her first screenplay, and it's longer than 5 words.
Yeah, in the title.
Yeah, so got that going, and then this is my book that I meant to read last year. I said that already, but like we're going to throw it out again.
What's your current page count?
It is. Hold on 1 second. Let me pull it up.
Someone said hello. What is your page count?
Welcome. My current page count is 2,127. It might be more because I haven't updated since I've read more by listening to it, but like just like 20 pages more than that. So like 2,147 probably.
Okay, so before I go, hello to Rope Crewman 36 and the YA Lifestyle. Welcome. Okay.
Welcome.
So I've read 10 books and I'm in the middle of my 11th. So I read.
Molly's blowing us all away.
I know. Blow us all away. I read these books. So I read The House of Montresso for read a book in 1 spot. I just read this Harley Quinn trade comic bind-up. It completed nothing. I reread Through the Woods by Emily Carroll as a graphic novel. Completed nothing. Then I have Lock Every Door, which was purple in the cover. And Wilder Girls, which I audiobooked, and that was debut novel. These Witches Don't Burn, which I used as a cheat scheme for non-human character. But honestly, since I read Through the Woods, there's a crap ton of non-human characters in there, and the same with Harley Quinn stuff. And then I read Damsel and We Stand, and this completed 5-star book and book I meant to read last year. Then I read it In a Beautiful Country by Kevin Proofer, completed nothing. It's 7 books, I guess. And then the last time I saw Amelia Earhart completed 5 or more words. And then I listened to an audiobook of like several short stories by Neil Gaiman. The short stories were How to Talk to Girls at Parties, The Story, Chivalry, and Queen of Knives. And my page count is 2,224, and I've got every badge except to participate in a Twitter sprint, which I'll be getting momentarily in like an hour when we do the sprint because everything's in PST.
So, how are you guys doing out there watching?
What's everybody?
How many pages have you read? What challenges have you completed? Are you trying to finish your last book like me in this last 3 hours?
I'm gonna take a picture of this and be like, yo.
And come join.
Great, beautiful.
Yes, so I'm excited to continue this, even though I'm not enjoying it as much as I hoped.
What's it about?
Okay, so it's told backwards, which you might like.
Oh, I do like when shit's out of order.
Yeah, it's like it starts with chapter 18, and I listened. I was like, "Is it wrong?"
What's happening?
And then it went to chapter 17, and it just goes backwards each chapter. So like you're slowly finding out what's happening. And then it ends with chapter 19.
I'm here for that.
And it's about this girl named Jewel, and she's kind of like an every action hero star ever.
Okay.
Combined in one. And she's like social chameleon thing. And then there's this girl, Imogen, who's her best friend, who is like an heiress, and she has like $8 million in her bank account. And they're best friends because they're both orphans. Or like they're both orphans, and like and Imogen was adopted, which is why she had so much money.
Okay, got it.
And Jewel, it's about like Jewel and her story of like Imogen went missing, and we're finding out like what the story is with that. I don't want to give too much away, but like
I'm reading Ash by Melinda Lowe, and it's a sapphic Cinderella retelling with fairies. I stan fairies. I love dating women, so really I love a fairy tale. It all comes full circle. Honestly, like when I found this during Pride Month on the Pride table at Barnes & Noble, I was shook. I'd never heard of it because it came out 10 freaking years ago, back before it was like chill to be writing queer YA fiction. So I just like, and it's like blurbed on the back by Rainbow Rowell, Nina LaCour, Kristen Cashore, Rashawn Choksky, Kirsten White, Anna Marie McLemore, and on the front by Lee Bardugo. And Holly Black wrote the introduction to this edition.
That's a lot of good people.
Like a lot of people, like someone on the back, Kirsten White said, Lowe is one of the greatest voices in YA fiction. And so, I mean, like, I just think that's really baller that she wrote this 10 years ago because, like, that was not okay to be doing 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, I think that's really cool, and I'm liking it. It's Cinderella-y, and
nice.
So
Cinderella. So Rob Crewman 36 said he has 3 chapters left.
I saw,
book with non-human main character. Nice. And they just finished Prince Caspian. Good job. I'm proud. And then the YA Lifestyle said, I'm doing good with unofficially participating in booktube-a-thon. I mean, if you're participating in any capacity, I feel like that's officially.
Well, yeah, like both of us, the first year we did it, we like weren't booktubers. We were just like reading along in our own time. Like if you're reading more than you normally would throughout the week, then
I think it counts.
Yeah, the first time I ever did it, I was 19, and I read the whole Percy Jackson series, and like that would be like that's like child's play for my peak reading game now. I have an 8th degree. I don't like to bring it up, but I actually it's like. But yeah, no, it's I thought I was gonna every year. I'm like, I'm gonna get nothing done because.
Then you're like, I read 50,000 pages.
I like don't let myself do anything without the book with me. Like literally, I went on my lunch break one day and I just went to Wawa and I was literally waiting in line for my sandwich and I was like, well, it's taking more than 30 seconds. So like I was walking around the grocery store, had an audiobook in. Then I got in line at the grocery store and I was like, and we go to the other book. And like and now like I could have read more if I wasn't doing the Beetlejuice soundtrack on repeat in the car for like the first half of the week. But at the gym, reading.
20 minutes, guys. Rope Crewman just became a booktuber this week. Good job. I'm proud. It's a great time to join booktube.
Woo.
Okay. 20 minutes on the clock. We're going to start reading now.
Why is the screen just staying on me? Like,
I have my screen muted.
that's why. It did it last time, too. It's just like, hey, watch Molly look at a book for hours. This is the content everyone signed up for.
We stand. Stop reading, everyone.
Once again, I forgot to mark where I started. Like
I marked my spot. Hold on. Let me do some quick math.
Hold on.
I did it right at the edge of the page. It was perfect.
Wait,
I finished this section, and then the timer went off. I read 18 pages.
I read 27.
How much did everyone else read? Things are going down in my book right now.
I'm like, okay, you know that meme that like everyone's been using for all different things, where it's like it's that I don't know his name. It's that black guy, and it's the reaction meme where it's like,
oh yeah, the one
where
with
it's
the guy.
like Pride and Prejudice, or me doing this. Okay, well, like literally, like this is a fucking Cinderella story, and still like when the stepmother starts being like cruel and making her the servant, I was over here like, what? Excuse me? Like I don't fucking know that's gonna happen. Karina said she read 14 pages. Good job.
Nice.
That's good. And yeah, no, that's me every time. It's like,
yeah, no, in this, like there's the whole mystery surrounding like Imogen, and because you find out that she's being called Imogen, but her name's Jewel. And you know she has a friend named Imogen. You're like, what is going on with this? And so like things have just like happened that like you kind of know like why all the things in the first like half of the book happened, and I'm just like, yeah.
I was thinking of when I thought of that reaction meme. Have you seen the other really popular one? That guy where he's like, "I'm back. Oh, and you all are angry about it. Oh, I make y'all feel bad." You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay, as I was thinking, like, oh, what book have we read recently that would apply to? And all I could think about was like Aiden when they bring him back on in Obsidio. Is Aiden just being like, "I'm back. Oh, and you all, oh, I make y'all feel bad," and he's like, "Go ahead and talk your shit." Like,
yeah.
Finished a chapter of my Doctor Who novel and finished the first 15 minutes of the Prince Caspian movie adaptation. Yeah. I never saw that one.
And then the YA Lifestyle read 10 and a half pages. Nice. Yes.
I don't even remember.
So are we all enjoying our books?
Yeah.
I am. Though it's not good. I'm enjoying the ride I'm on.
Right. During our next sprint is when I'm gonna like dip for a minute because I gotta go downstairs and have lunch.
Our next sprint's gonna be 9:45 to 10:15. Excited.
Does anyone have any questions?
Yeah.
Because I'm losing my mind over here. So I'm like.
I was gonna say something else about reading, but I've forgotten now. Wow, we love that.
My life.
Huh?
It's the story of my life. Like,
my phone keeps going off because I posted my Instagram right before this. I'm like,
does it go off every time you get a like? Because I have that.
Yeah.
Oh, my phone's always on silent though. So.
Like it's on silent, but like the screen just lights up.
Oh, the screen lights. Yeah. Oh, when I'm doing that, I like turn it down. I had to mute myself though because like my texts are synced with both my fucking computers, and so I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cuss on this channel. It's just, but my texts are linked with both computers, and I'm like looking at one, and my other one's right here. And so, like, my friend Gage messaged me, and it was like my phone buzzed, and it was like ding, ding, and I was like, oh, everyone does not need to be hearing that. So, like, because I didn't know if he was gonna text a second time, and I was like, we're not gonna risk it.
I saw you muted yourself.
I was like, okay, I don't know who else is gonna decide now's the time to send a message. Like, I was on Skype on this laptop with my friend Erin when we were buying Beetlejuice tickets the other day, and I got a text because if I open my laptop at the end of the day, like all the texts come through at once.
Oh, yeah.
And so like we're on there and I have the volume up really loud because like she talks quietly. And we're up and then just really loud on the computer. Just like, ding, 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 ding. And she was like, what is that? I'm getting text.
What's so popular?
What is Damsel about? If you mentioned it last time. Oh my goodness. Welcome to my TED Talk. Okay. So Damsel is a very polarizing book in the YA community because people suck. So Damsel is basically feminist commentary, literary fiction, or literary fantasy fiction that deals with the damsel in distress trope, like at its very base core of like the prince on a shining steed rescues a damsel from a fire-breathing dragon.
That kind of has to do with this as well. She's like trying to be like,
it's about a princess who gets saved, but it turns out the people who saved her are the bad guys. Yeah, but it's really like, it's not even that the people who saved her are the bad guys. It just deals with like inherited and ancestral misogyny and sexism and rape culture and gender inequality and like oppressed gender norms. And a lot of people got like really mad and said that this shouldn't be YA because of the somewhat graphic descriptions of sexual assault. And while I believe that there should be like a lot of trigger warnings in the front of the book, I said in our last live show, I believe all books should have trigger warnings, and it's ridiculous that almost none of them do, because like movies and TV have trigger warnings. But like, when people are like, oh, it's not appropriate for YA because it shows people getting assaulted, I'm like, yeah, newsflash, people can get assaulted as a teenager. Like, that's my thing. Whenever someone says something's not appropriate for YA or for children because something traumatic happens in it, I'm like, children and teenagers can in fact experience sad things, and it's okay to have a story about it. And it's not straight up, like it's not straight up graphic. Like, this isn't Game of Thrones or Outlander or anything, but I think it's really good. But I mean, it is like one of those books where you just feel dread the whole time you're reading it. I was just like, what's gonna happen? It's gonna be bad. And so I think it's really good, though. It's a really fast read. But yeah, trigger warnings on this book for sexual assault, emotional and verbal abuse, and animal cruelty. The animal cruelty is like really minimal. It's nothing compared to radio silence, but it's there. But it's a really fast read. It's really good. It has like a twist in it that's really easy to see. But even though you see it right away, it's still like when it happens again, it's like that meme where you're like, but I mean, I really recommend it. But I also, it's the kind of book where even though I recommend it, I 100% understand that for like a lot of people, they wouldn't enjoy it in any capacity, because I get that a lot of people just are not out here trying to read like those kinds of stories. But I think it's an important story, and I'm really grateful it got marketed as YA. But I do like, it does bother me though that like there is no trigger warning, because like what if like a 13-year-old picks it up and they were like not signing up for all that? Like, it's one thing if you're 13 and you're like, I am knowingly knowing that there is sexual assault in the book and I'm signing up to read it, and then just like.
Yeah, that was also like my problem with Eleanor and Park. I talked about that last time as well. Is that like I wasn't ready for her to be like emotionally abused by her.
No, it's like, it's not that it's like, oh, I didn't want to read it. And that was my issue with Radio Silence, is I had no idea. They shelve it in the goddamn romance section of YA.
Well, yeah, I thought because Eleanor and Park, it's by Rainbow Rowell, and I was like, oh well, it'll just be like rape. It'll be like Fangirl. And like it'll be cute and everything, and I was like, yeah, like it's cute, but also
Silence has like the parental abuse and the animal abuse, and there was no warning. Rope Crewman 36 said, I do agree that YA books need trigger warnings, but dark and intense subject matter needs to be addressed at every age, especially real world issues. I mean, I don't even think it's just YA. Like, I think any book should have trigger warnings, because like what I said is like when you watch TV, like lots of times, like I understand like usually like basic cable doesn't do it, but like I remember like if you're gonna watch Game of Thrones, like that thing comes up at the beginning that tells you like all the things that will be in it, and it'll say like sexual violence, like nudity, language, whatever, and like and like it'll happen for Outlander, it'll happen for American Horror Story. If you go to see a trailer, it'll say like this program is rated R, mature audiences only. It'll say this is rated this, it's appropriate for all audiences. And so someone described it once as like, it's not a spoiler by saying that's in there. That'd be like when you see a thing that says this product may contain nuts. It's not a spoiler. It's so that you know.
So that you're not reading it and being like, oh, I can't read this. I wish I knew it before I started.
Yeah, because I remember the first time as a teenager, I had this discussion with some librarians the first time I went to BookCon. We were in line for something. It's like, I don't like the lack of faith we put in teenagers and children to like understand their own limits in stories. Because like when I was 11 or 12, I picked up this book. Don't even remember what it was. But it got really graphic, not like really graphic, but like for YA, somewhat graphic sexually. And this was in the early ages of YA, and it wasn't assault, it was just they were having sex. And I was like 11 and was like at Catholic school and was like, oh no, I can't be reading this. But like it made me uncomfortable, so I put it down. But I never like looked back on that experience as like, oh, the book shouldn't have been there. Like
like I think as long as like they can decide what they want to read.
Now, like the author has been like really, the author of Damsel, Elena K. Arnold, like in interviews and stuff, like she makes it really clear like that this book deals with harsh content. So like it not having
which is really good.
is like on the publisher, because like I said, the author of White Stag, whose name I never remember, Kara,
Danielle, isn't it? Something like that.
it's like Kara Bartine or something. But like
Huh.
she had a whole note at the beginning where she explained that the reason there was so many graphic sexual assault scenes in her book is because it was based on her own trauma. And that, but she was like, if it makes you like feel awful, like don't read it. But I can understand like every author not wanting to like write an essay that's like, I wrote this because of all the sad things in my life. But, like,
It's true, but also think about
one page on the
if you're writing that, yeah, like something like Cinderella, you don't really need that at the beginning. Like, you know, it's Cinderella, you know she's gonna have a terrible stepmother, but like there's nothing really traumatizing in it that you're like, oh,
even the Hunger Games, like there's a lot of violence and like psychological abuse in the Hunger Games, like
yeah, and you gotta like be aware that's happening.
Even like in Divergent, like it just gets gross. Like Divergent gets disgusting like the further into the books they go. And it's just, I always feel like no one like blinks twice when they put like ratings and warnings on TV and movies. But then when people talk about trigger warnings in books, people like come out of the woodwork and be like, snowflakes. And I'm like, because it's not even that I wouldn't read it. Like I still would have read Radio Silence. But like you said, it's like, just let me know so I'm like prepared.
Yeah, because like if I knew that going into like Illinois Park, I would have been like, I'm gonna read this a different time because I'm not ready for that emotionally right now.
Like there was like I actually like I remember I saw this thing when I was watching the last season of Outlander, and like people complained it was a spoiler because it was an article talking about how there was this sexual assault, there was a rape scene in this season of Outlander. Whereas I was like, cool, thank you for the heads up, because now I can like, and so then when the episode came where it said warning, this program contains, and it said sexual violence, I was like, okay, this is the episode. And it made it like, it was still hard to watch it because like duh, but it made it like a lot easier to like stay calm watching it because I had known all along there was gonna be something like that in the season. Someone said wrote, I don't know, I'm saying someone. Robogroup 36 said children's novels get pretty dark too. Exactly, like Harry Potter gets goddamn like
yeah, and like I think it's as you grow older you need to deal with it.
Like Bellatrix is literally carving a word into Hermione's arm in like, what is it, book 7?
Yeah. When
and
they're
in the movie, like they don't show it, but you just hear her screaming, and it's like I remember seeing that in theaters, and I was like, oh Lord, because like
yeah, because you don't like you picture it, but also you don't really know until you
like you don't hear Emma Watson screaming and like like Rupert Grint like reacting. Like I'm trying to think like what are other Holes is another like kids book that gets like really dark. Well, like it's because the Mr. Rogers movie is coming out, and like people are talking about all the like how he was like a very radical person because he firmly believed that like you should be talking about like grief and anger and like tragedy with kids, because it's like being a kid doesn't make you exempt from experiencing hard things. Being a teen doesn't make you exempt from experiencing hard things.
Exactly.
So rant done, but
during the last sprint, my video went live. So if you want to go watch,
Bridget's video was live. I haven't even watched it yet, but
in
the never-ending Rope Crewman said, in the never-ending story novel, the main character goes insane and kills the hero. Yeah, I saw the movie and I remember that vaguely.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
Never-ending story.
I mean, I've heard of it, but like I've never like read it.
It was old when I was
it's about.
Like I barely remember it either. I need to reread the Divergent trilogy because I forgot most of it.
You don't really need to know what happens in Insurgent. It's pretty bad. I don't think
we needed to read it the first time, honestly.
Yeah, you can just read Divergent and be like, wow, this is good. I wonder what happens next. And then you'll be like,
hey, guess what?
Yeah, just make it a mystery.
It wakes you up. Reggie and we were having a long we were playing a game of name that like cliche YA quote last night.
Yeah, and it was like all the quotes with Divergence, like fear,
bravery, fear. I am
all the words they use.
I am selfish. I am brave. I am divergent, and I cannot be controlled. And it was all just John Green and Divergent quotes.
Yeah, honestly, that was us.
We were rain.
15.
I was a drizzle, and she was a hurricane. And at the time, we were all like, "This is profound."
Oh my God, the best thing I've ever read.
They left that part out of the movie. The what? Fear doesn't wait. Yeah, I remember that vaguely. That they don't say that in the movie, do they? Fear doesn't shut you down. It wakes you up. Yeah. What? That was the one, guys.
That was like a monumental quote.
That was the one that we all latched onto. I said to Bridget the other night, and they're like, "Oh, very old school Q&A that Christine from Plum Bananas Books did is someone asked if she would ever get a bookish tattoo. And Christine said, oh, I would never get a tattoo. She said, if I did, it would say hair doesn't shut you down, it wakes you up. And I want to know if she still holds that opinion. Because I remember at the time, I too was like, what a crazy
Yeah.
I remember like this was when I had just started getting tattoos, and a part of me was like, I'm gonna get the abnegation tattoo.
Oh,
Thankfully, that did not happen.
we gotta read for 30 minutes. Are you
Okay,
ready?
I'm gonna dip out, but I'll be back, everyone.
Set, go.
Okay, bye. I'll be back. I pretend.
Okay, everyone stop. How many pages did we all read?
Hold on, math has to happen.
I read 41.
I read 26 because I had to go make a sandwich. So,
You love making sandwiches?
Yeah. Okay, hold on real quick. I gotta give my dog her medicine. I didn't do it because I was trying to get that reading in.
How much did everyone else read?
How much do you have left in your book?
No. In there. My book is interesting. I'm getting to the final bit of it.
Like how many?
Nice, YA Lifestyle. You got 12 in. Good job. Are we all enjoying our books?
Giving my dog's medicine back here.
Okay. I only have 50 pages left. And our next sprint is going to be a 20-minute sprint. So, hopefully I'll get a good deal into that. I have faith that I can finish this tonight.
You think this counts as like a Twitter sprint? You think I can select that badge?
I think it counts.
All right, I'm going to do it. I'm about to win, everybody.
Woo!
Here we go.
I have read Ready Player One. I enjoyed it.
I have not read it. I don't think I would like it, honestly.
I don't think it would be a book you would like.
It doesn't seem like
I enjoyed it. It was very action packed, and I thought that was good.
Oh, I totally forgot to say what I did for book to movie adaptation. I did a picture book that was called The Fantastic Flying Books of Mr. Morris Lesmore. And they had a short film that was really cute.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't think of anything else that I wanted to do.
Of course. And then,
I need to update my page count.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I liked Ready Player One. I have a video watching the reaction to the trailer. I thought the movie was okay. It didn't do a great job adapting because they took out so many things that I was like, it's so important, which was sad.
I'm already forgetting what page I started on when we sat down to do this. Hold on.
It's okay.
No, wait, no. Now here I am.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to update my page count, and apparently I don't remember how to think or whatever. Okay, I need to add 74 pages to this number.
Ooh.
Okay. Now let's update. Okay. So yeah, I'm at 2,298 pages.
Nice.
11 books, but that's including a picture book, so let's take that with a grain of salt. I just forgot to list that since it was my book to movie adaptation. But yeah, pretty dang successful if I do think so myself.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yes, it was a fun movie, but
horrible adaptation.
Exactly.
That's what I heard from everyone. That's a thing.
Yeah, because it's fun if you don't know the book, then you're like, oh, it's a fun movie and everything. But there were so many things in the book, the first challenge being on the planet with all the schools, so that everyone could go access it because it was easy to get there because everyone could go there. Everyone was going there for school. I thought that was a really good point in the book, and they just completely took that out, and I was like, but it's so meaningful.
I remember when we were doing the booktube bulletin, the very first one, the page to screen segment was me being no one liked Ready Player One.
It's true.
Does anyone have any questions?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for this to get gay. I know it's going to, but
Is it not? Yeah, you're halfway in.
It's because nothing romantic has happened at all. There's also keep in mind when this was written, I don't think it could come out the gate being everybody's gay,
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, there's been no inkling of there is no Prince character, there's no character that's a substitute for that yet.
Yeah,
doing the Cinderella thing. Like they just hint
See,
at
that's
that.
why I liked Geek Girl, because like you knew both, because it was told from both perspectives,
Mhm.
but like they got to know each other through text, which I thought was like a really good way to like connect the characters, but they hadn't actually met until like the ball.
They just hinted that, like, you know, for us nifty readers who are queer ourselves, is like she's talking to this other maid about like marriage, and she's like, oh, who do you want to like be your husband? Do you want him to be like tall or this? And she's like, I don't know. And then she's like, I think Column's handsome, don't you think so? And she's like, I suppose. And I'm like, this girl is gay. I'm like, good times.
I love that.
Do we know when the award show is going up? Like, do we have to?
I don't know. I kind of want to tweet at them and be like, when?
Just ask. Be like, just so we have an idea.
Because like, yeah, I was like gonna make.
I don't have an idea. If I don't have a time frame, you know, every spare second I have at work or whatever, I'm gonna be like, is it there?
That's me.
Like, just so we have an idea.
I just opened it by accident, but yeah, that's me. Whenever it's the day after, I'm like, when is it gonna go up?
Well, because the Instagram one should be going
I'm
up
invested.
when it normally goes up, like the Instagram.
Yeah, because it goes up at 3 a.m. So like, but I don't think they're gonna have like the video go up at 3 a.m.
No, of course.
I know they're announcing the winners on the website this year.
Well, you think they could do that quickly, but I don't know.
I mean, they're choosing randomly for the last challenge, so you'd think if they put them all just like in a random generator and then.
I think Ariel said they scroll down the page.
That
like
sounds
comments, and they stop on a comment, which is
really?
I don't know if I'm understanding it correctly.
I think you should just put it in like a random generator and then like there we go.
I mean, maybe she like draws it from a hat.
That'd be a lot of effort.
Like showmanship. Like,
hello everyone. Today I'm going to be choosing a random challenge.
That would be like an Instagram live stream right there. That'd be good.
Yeah. I'm gonna tweet at them and be like, "When?"
In other news, everyone, I ordered a TBR cart the other day, and I'm pretty hype. It's pink, so here we go. No one in real life thinks I would like pink because I just walk around in black all the time and like with skulls on everything, and I'm like, let's talk about Frankenstein, and then I'm like, you know, have you seen Beetlejuice the musical?
Oh. They have a survey, so you can like let them know what you thought of it.
Where is that?
It's on the Twitter. They tweeted it like an hour ago.
I'm gonna take it.
It's a good idea. I'm gonna take it too.
I have a thought or two.
Oh, they have pins. That's actually cute. I like this one.
Yeah, that is cute. Okay, here's the survey. Yeah, because
I need lots. Me too.
Yeah, I don't understand that one, but
I don't like that one as much. But it's okay.
What is my favorite part? Oh, check all that apply. I was about to be like, am I supposed to just pick one?
Oh, no.
I like YouTube. I like Instagram. I don't care about the forums. I like tracking my pages. I like badges. We didn't really... I'm going to count this as a physical read-in.
I love the badges with a passion. That's like the main
burning
thing.
passion. How many did I read? I read, 11 plus? Yeah.
I don't know how to word it, because is it going to be like the award show again, or are they just announcing it on the website? I'm confused.
I would just say like the winners.
Bye,
Molly. I love the video you uploaded earlier. That last part killed me. Oh, thank you. If you're referring to when I come in and say, "Have you read Caraval by Stephanie Garber?" But if y'all haven't, Caraval by Stephanie Garber. Did you participate in the Instagram challenges? Would you change anything about them? Yes. I did. Like, what am I supposed to put for how I would pick me as the winner more often? Like,
choose me for all the challenges.
No, they're fine.
I think the website they had struggles at the beginning of the week, and I was like,
they did. Are you sure? I thought it was.
But then, like midweek, they fixed it, and like they did the check boxes for the
sword. Like,
and I was like, I'm here for it now.
Yeah, at first I was like, oh, Lord.
I was like, the website, like, that's cool, they're making a website, but also...
Did I use the book depository discount? No, I didn't.
I didn't use it either.
I never do that.
You know what I do? 1 year, I feel like I might have, but, like, I don't think so.
We could still do it. No,
I'm poor.
Yeah,
And I don't need to buy more books. Yes, I'm reading a lot of books right now, but like,
I'm gonna put no, I couldn't afford
look
it.
at all the books on my TBR. We don't need more.
Oh yeah, I said to Bridget, I said I took them all off my shelf to put on my TBR cart, and it's just what's on the table. And Bridget was like, "Wow, that's so few. What's that like?"
Like, look at them. They're just, that's all of them.
Beautiful. That's honestly like some people. Remember when Ariel made that video?
And some girls said 300.
I was like, Lord, my God. Did I sign up for the website? I sure did.
Well, that's like online. I also saw people being like, I got 100 books at this conference. I'm like, how?
I don't understand. Once the website was working, what was your favorite part? The badges and tracking my statistics.
Okay, I'm going to tweet, when are the video challenge winners announced, just so I have an idea of when to
that's good.
get ready for it.
There's a Hall of Fame on the website. Hold all the horses. I need to look. Where is, oh my God, how did I never see that?
When are the video challenge winners announced, just so I have an idea of when to hop on the website to check it out.
Every day we're sharing some of our favorite content that you create. Oh my goodness. Did you see this, Bridget? Did you see this?
I saw it once, yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so clueless. I never looked at this. Oh, hey, Nat's on there.
Let me see.
From Pickle Hearts Books. Her cooking thing is on there, it looks like. I really don't know why baking with Voldemort is not up here, because I think that was pretty memorable.
Maybe they're saving it for a win.
I hope so. Okay, both pages look like they're the same thing. Like, it has 2 pages, but they look identical. I have no chill when it comes to buying books. Hashtag no regrets. I mean, yeah, live your life.
Look, oh my God, that girl is making Peter Pan fly.
I saw that, and I was like,
I was like, is it you?
I mean, don't think I didn't have that thought.
I mean, he does fly away. I mean, most of them are just like the winners and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I love the Crookshanks one. Did
I buy any merch? No.
I'm so proud of them.
I'm poor. What merch would you like to see?
Oh my gosh, look at this cat. The star.
I would buy a t-shirt in a heartbeat. I get that NaNoWriMo t-shirt every year.
For what? Oh, you want a t-shirt for this?
Yeah, it says, is there merch you would like? And I said t-shirt.
I agree.
Americans will do anything for a t-shirt. I was talking to these women next to me on the treadmills at the gym the other day, and we were like, if they gave out t-shirts when you vote, so many more people would vote.
That's true.
Like, we were talking about how,
I would be down to do it for a t-shirt.
And other states have cooler looking I voted stickers. Like Maryland's voting sticker is horrible. And we were like, what if they made stickers by state? So your state flag was on it.
Oh, that would be really cute.
Even if they just gave you a cookie, for God's sake, this is not going to break the bank. I understand the t-shirt idea is a bit ostentatious, but a sticker, a cookie, it'll get people there. It's a little ridiculous that it's already not enough incentive to be like, you could choose the leader of the free world. It's like, I'm busy that day.
But a cookie.
I'm sorry, we're getting a t-shirt. We gotta go. No, we got free t-shirts at my work. They're really cute. You see me wearing it in my day in life librarian videos. It says support your local library on it. Mm-hmm. And I was wearing it. My dad's like, where'd you get that? And because my dad loves t-shirts. And I said, they gave everyone at work one. He's like, could I get one? And I said, no, they're not for sale. They're just for the staff. And he's like, I volunteered there a few years ago. And I'm like, no, and he's like, can you?
Yeah, I got a shirt from my library at school.
Like, just ask if I can have one. I'm like, no, I'm not asking if you can have one. You're not staff.
Okay, guys, we gotta get ready. Our third sprint's gonna happen in 1 minute.
Oh my goodness gracious.
It's gonna be for 20 minutes.
I'll
put it in the chat just so if anyone comes during the time, it'll be there.
I'm also gonna mute myself to watch your video when we start this sprint because I gotta see what's up there, and then I'll
text me what you think, or you can just talk about it once the sprint's over.
Yeah, you also maybe should click on your screen for the sprint because there's a lot of pressure that all the sprints are just my face.
That's why sometimes I try to talk before so that you can mute it.
Okay, I'll just be quiet. I'm gonna mute my screen now so it stays on you.
Okay. Are we all ready? And go. Okay, sprint over.
I
How
don't
many?
know how many pages I read. I stopped keeping track of that. There was a thing.
Let me see.
I'm listening.
2 minus 250. I read 25 pages.
I'll watch your video.
Huh?
Your video was funny.
Oh, thank you.
That was good.
I had forgotten I had my red wig until today, and I was like, it's perfect to be connected.
You're like, all right, moving on.
I was like, let's connect to all my older videos.
I rewatched my own, and Alex commented and said, "Can book therapy be real though?"
Right?
I'm gonna make a pinned comment of who actually recommended those things.
That's a good idea.
How's your book?
It's good. I'm like learning so many things. It keeps going back in time, and I'm like, it gets weirder as you go back. And like, since you're slowly learning more things about what's happening in her life, it's kind of repetitive, which I'm not a fan of, but also I'm a fan of in the sense that like
You're not?
like I'm a fan.
Me? Is that what you're telling me?
I know, right? I like it in the sense that you can see how it connects to the old, to like what she said in the past, like in the future.
Uh-huh.
So you can see how that carries out throughout the chapters, but it's just like the same exact stuff. And I'm like, I knew this, but like this is how she learned it. So
Yeah.
I see why we need to hear it here, but also
I think E. Lockhart writes a lot of stories that deal with like memory and everything. Cause, like, have you read We Were Liars?
I haven't.
Because that's like We Were Liars is like, that's the whole thing. It's like We Were Liars is one of those stories where I say there's the first time you read it and then there's the second time you read it. Because there's a thing that she can't remember the whole book, and you know she can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
And no one will tell her because apparently they've been telling her and she forgets like almost every day. And they're like, we can't tell you again. You just have to remember it in your own time. So then when you read the book a second time and you know what she forgot, you just like see it everywhere and you're like, oh no. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I cry I've read it like twice and both times I was like,
yeah. No, because like I'm just like still I have this much left.
oh,
like
wow.
like 20 pages left, and I still don't know why everything in this book is happening. Like, we got 20 pages. Are we gonna wrap it up?
Sorry, I'm finishing my survey for the.
Oh yeah, very important. Yeah, I'm like everything needs to be wrapped up in these 20 pages, and I'm still confused. So, that's happening. If anyone has any questions, let me know.
Don't mind me just filling out a survey over here. Selling content, I know.
It's the Reading Rush survey, so it's relevant, guys.
On brand, okay?
It does have to do with what we're doing here. Yeah, so I'm liking. I understand completely why the cover is this. I like the cover, but and also I like that it's short because the story does not need to be long because she's already repeating like everything she's saying a billion times. So there's that, and I think I'm gonna finish it during the next sprint because the next sprint is 11 to 11:20. So, and I only have 34 minutes left of the audiobook, which means it's like 10 minutes, 20 minutes. I mean,
I submitted my survey.
Woo! I'll do the survey later once.
I'm on page. First of all, it's feeling very heterosexual. I'm like, where is the gay? I was promised this was gonna be sapphic fairies. The fairies are very goddamn minimal. Like because like there hasn't been like the thing, you know, like there hasn't been like the stand-in for the ball. Like they went to like a ball thing, but it was just like Christmas, and they're saying Yule, and like the servants, which is her, went to a different thing, and there was no person. There's a person. It's this guy fairy that she like met in the woods when she was a child. I have no idea how old he's supposed to be. Like obviously very old because he's a fairy, but I don't know like how old he's meant to look. So I'm honestly picturing Lucius Malfoy. The way they described him, I was like, that's
he is very fairy-like.
Yeah, right? Like, and
yeah, so, like I picture honestly like anyone where they're like, it's a blonde fairy and he has blonde like Lucius Malfoy.
And he has white hair. And the thing is like Jason Isaacs is that kind of actor where you're like, he can be the bad guy and the good guy. So you just like, flip it in. And you're like, oh, that okay. And so like I don't understand their relationship if they're supposed to be friends or if it's like a father-daughter type thing. But this scene I just read, I was like, that sounds real like he's into her. And like she didn't.
Maybe he's going to be into her and she's going to be like, nah, I like this girl.
Like he literally like took her face in his hands. And I was like, if you're not into men, like, I mean, unless she's going to be bi, which I don't think she is, because this is always pitched as like a lesbian Cinderella thing.
Yeah.
Unless we are just like using lesbian wrong and it's, you know, sapphic, which just means it's women, lesbian women. Let me see what it says on the back. Okay, there's no blurb on the back. Duh.
I feel like I've heard of that book, and I feel like it is.
Hold on, I'm gonna look up because there's no blurb. I remember I had to like Goodreads it because it's like the back has no synopsis. It's just endless quotes of people being like, "It's good."
I mean, that's a good thing to have if you're.
I know.
Everyone likes my book, guys.
Can you imagine having that many quotes on your book? Like,
no.
Okay, let's read the Goodreads thing. Cinderella retold. In the wake of her father's death, Ash is left at the mercy of her cruel stepmother. Consumed with grief, her only joy comes by the light of the dying hearth fire, rereading fairy tales her mother once told. In her dreams, someday the fairies will steal her away, as they are said to do. When she meets the dark and dangerous fairy Shidhan, I think that's how you say it.
Oh yeah, it's like spelled Siobhan, but
It's not Siobhan, but it's close to that. It's Sidhean, so I think it's Shihan, something. I'm gonna Google it. She believes that her wish may be granted. Now, when I read this blurb, I thought in the store that person was gonna be a woman, and then when I started reading the book, and I was like, it's a man. What a ripoff! I didn't sign up for this. Like, and then it says she believes that her wish may be granted. The day that Ash meets Keisha, the king's huntress, her heart begins to change. But, like, she already met that person, too, and, like, nothing happened. They just looked at each other. I'm so confused.
I love looking at each other.
I love it. I love that for them. I stand.
It's like in Twilight when all they do is, like...
just looking. Yeah, it's like, all right, it's literally season 8 of Game of Thrones. It's just everybody like
staring in silence for minutes.
Yeah, I'm on page 130 out of I'm like exactly halfway through.
Nice.
Out of it's like 264 pages or something. Her second book is called Huntress. Is that at all in relation to this? Oh yes, it is. It's a companion novel, so I guess it's the other girl's point of view. So, I mean, it's gonna be gay. I just don't know when that's coming.
Like the last 20 pages, you're like...
She's like, oh, and there's a girl.
And I like this girl. Oh, read the other book to find out.
And then everyone was like, what a groundbreaking novel.
Accurate.
I mean, honestly, like, for real. Like,
For the time, you know?
That's why when people
You have to get really invested in the characters and think there's a heterosexual tone to it. And then she's like, just kidding.
It's like Stranger Things. They're like, instead of queer baiting, we're going to straight bait everybody. You're going to think they're straight? They're not. In other news, I finally got my mom to watch the OA. Have you seen the OA?
No.
You would love it.
Okay, I'll add it.
It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen on television. I can't compare it to anything. There's nothing like it. I can give you the pitch, and it's going to barely cover it. Basically, this girl.
You gotta give it real quick because we gotta sprint in a minute.
Okay, she goes missing, and she's blind, and she goes missing, and she comes back. She's not blind anymore, and she has like this crazy life story, and she's trying to convince people to help her like jump dimensions, and then you learn her whole what happened that got her sight back, and it's wild, and it's like sci-fi, but like beyond your wildest dreams. And everyone should watch the OA on Netflix streaming now.
Okay, I will watch it.
Okay.
Are we all ready for the next sprint?
Yeah. Let's go.
Here we go. Okay, time's up. How many pages did everyone read?
You know I don't know.
True. How many?
It got gay though. It did. So
It got what?
it got gay. The story got gay.
We're glad.
I'm up to page 1.
I read 23 pages and I finished my book.
Woo, that's your 7th book.
I did it, guys. I won booktube-a-thon.
Winner.
40 minutes to go.
We're winners.
I didn't like it. It was bad.
Sorry.
I'm so mad at this book right now. Like, I thought there was gonna be a reason behind everything happening, and like there wasn't.
Oh God,
There was no explanation at the end.
That's the worst.
Like it's like leading, and like it was just like her motivation was weird, and I don't understand it. Yeah. So not a fan.
I just sold a book on Depop.
Woo.
She sent me a message that was like for recycling purposes, if you could like reuse some shipping materials. I'm like, girl, you think I'm ever buying my shipping materials? The book on Amazon, we save that packaging. When I worked at the post office, our manager showed us how to like make packages for books out of paper bags. So when I'm out of packaging, I just cut up paper bags, like grocery bags.
Yeah.
And that's what everybody gets their book in. It gets there all the same.
I won. Look at my books.
Almost 9 pages for me.
Woo.
I mean, I won a while ago.
Okay, Molly, flex on us. I'm gonna update my page count now.
Do it.
Anyone has any questions? Again,
Yeah, because I can't think of anything.
let us know.
Conversation.
While I do this, I can say with all hope, I did not like this book. I think I'm gonna give it 2 stars. Honestly.
So far, my book is very okay. Like, I can see why, for the time, everyone lost their minds about it.
Mm-hmm.
But for right now, like,
yeah. Like, there's so many good books right now.
And even for the time, I don't know if I think it's as good as everyone's saying it. Like, they're like, oh, this is the best thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right. Well, like, and if you open the page, like, there's, like, the full blurbs, because, you know, like, they, like, shorten them for the cover.
Yeah.
Like Lee Bardugo said, Lowe peels away old tropes to reveal a heroine of steel and heart and a fairy tale that resonates with feeling. All right. Rainbow Rao said, reading Ash is like taking a walk down a familiar path and finding yourself in a new and magical place, a part of the forest you've never seen before. It's a Cinderella story with fresh blood and real yearning. It's, again, fine. Like, I can see how it opened the doors. Like, I can see where Holly Black clearly got things. And
yeah.
Describe your rating systems. I do it on a letter scale, like you would in school.
I made a video about this a while ago, and I watched it back like 2 days ago, and I was like, "This sucks. Why did I do this?"
What was your thing?
Well, I rated it. I used to rate it on like a scale of like there'd be characters, plot, setting.
So much, just too much.
Something else, and like there were like 2 other things. There were 5 things, and each one was worth 1 star.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would rate. It would be out of 100 as well. So each one was worth 20 points, and if it like, and then I would round like how much the star, and it was.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
It was a lot, but also like it wasn't good because like I didn't like Red Rising, and yet it got like 4 stars, I think, because like of how like it pans out when you like add it up and stuff. But like I only gave like a 71%. It wasn't a good system. But anyway,
I just give it a letter grade based on what I feel in my heart. And then I write it down in this little notebook I keep in my desk. I don't use Goodreads. So, like, for the things I read this week, hold on.
But now, here, while you find it, but now I feel like I just rate it based on kind of how I feel about the book. I consider how good, like, the writing was and how compelling the story was, and then, like, how much I felt for the characters, and go based on that. And if I liked it a lot, then, like, 5 out of 5 stars. Like, if I think it's gonna like go with me into the future, I'm like, this is like one of my favorite books of all time, 5 out of 5. Or just like if I like really enjoyed it and thought it like meant a lot to me. And then 4 stars was like I liked it, but didn't really. It's not like it's like not a favorite. It's not gonna carry me on and everything. 3 stars is like it's okay.
Yeah.
And then 2 stars is like I didn't like this book, and then 1 star is I hated this book.
Like, I just do it by letters, but it's like the same kind of thing. So like, for example, the books, like, because there'll be books I like, but they're still not A+. Like, books that got an A+ thus far in 2019 are The Wicked King by Holly Black, The Last Romantics by Tara Conklin, A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kemmerer, In an Absent Dream by Shauna McGuire. I don't know if you've ever heard me mention the Abandoned trilogy by Big Cat. The second edition of Branches by Rita McGavin. I don't know if you ever heard me mention Finale by Stephanie Clark.
Really? Do you like those books?
Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. It was really good. Like, there are some, but like a lot were rereads, you know? So like Frankenstein, obviously. And then Damsel is like the most recent A+, so I should have highlighted that because I highlight all my A+ in here. But yeah, like other things I read this week, like These Witches Don't Burn got a C+, Wilder Girls got a C, Lock Every Door got an A. In a Beautiful Country got a C. His hideous. I finished His Hideous Heart, and
Oh, nice.
not a good reading.
Sad.
Harley vs. Apocalypse got a C plus. How to Talk to Girls at Parties got a B plus. Through the Woods got a B minus. This is feeling like a B minus right now. But
For reference, I gave this a 2 stars.
Yeah,
Currently writing my review.
I just take it into account. Like, did I think it was well written? Blah blah blah. Like all that you said. Molly, on a scale of 1 to 100, what you give The Pride of Orange Tree? Well, I don't.
He hasn't read it.
I haven't read it.
The tea.
I started it, but I haven't. I read like, I don't know, maybe like 50 pages of it. But that book requires a lot of brain power. So I'm just gonna like save that for a hot second. What I did read, I liked. I mean, there was like a male POV, and I like wasn't here for that. But I don't have the energy to. Prancer's having like an aneurysm back there or whatever. I just at this point in my life, I don't have the energy to read male point of views. And you know, that's the tea. Prancer, come here. Come here.
Like angrily writing my review. That's why you hear my keyboard typing.
Didn't read anything this week. What a slacker!
Wow, how dare he?
But you're so beautiful. Say hi to everyone, Prancer.
I'm feeling like I should make a video because I hate this book so much right now.
Do it.
But I didn't like take notes while I was reading it. Like for like Shatter Me on like page 2, I was like, this isn't good. I need to like.
I take notes in retrospect. Like when I'm done, I sit down and write them.
Yeah, I might do that tomorrow and be
I
like.
can do it while I'm reading, or I like fall out of the story.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work. God, I'm tired. Like, just been a lot of reading happening this week, everybody.
Okay, guys, we're gonna start our final sprint in 1 minute. Because it will go for 30 minutes, so it'll be 11:29 to 11:59.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Go. What are you gonna read?
Trials of Apollo. Start a new book. Ready, set, go. Okay. And that's the end of our final sprint.
Midnight yet.
Huh?
It's not midnight yet.
Well, yeah, but we gotta read to 11:59. That's when the cutoff is,
No, it's midnight to midnight.
Okay. Read for 1 more minute, guys.
30 seconds, go. It's midnight.
Woo!
Woo! Let me tell you, Ash was boring AF. Like, man.
Did you finish it?
Yeah, and I didn't like it at all.
Sad.
I had like 50 pages left when we sat down, and I was just like, is something gonna happen? Like, yeah, it was boring. And like, I couldn't decide what to read next, and I had already started this like a few weeks ago, so I just picked it up to read for the last like 10 minutes.
Yeah. I read 30 pages during our sprint.
Ooh, good job. So my total word count.
Word count, page count.
Or God, page count. Jesus Christ. I'm tired. My page count is 2,398 and 12 books read.
My total page count was 2,284 pages, and I read 7 books and 30 pages of my 8th book.
Solid.
And we both completed all the challenges.
All the challenges, all the badges. We did it. We did it.
Woo!
We won.
It's over.
I'm tired. I'm like, what? Like when Paperback Dreams was like, I may never read again.
I feel that.
I'm like, I need to. God, I like, it's enough. Like I'm done.
Yeah, I'm like, kind of dead now.
I don't even.
also-
like, I don't even like because I got to bring a book with me to work tomorrow to like read on my lunch break, and I like looked at them and was like, I don't know. I don't know who I'm gonna take.
I want to finish this book. I don't know if I'm gonna finish it tomorrow, but like it's fun. But like, I don't know if I want to if I want to break or if I'm gonna like be like power through and finish this book real quick.
I know. Yeah, I want to pick a book that's like good, but like just take a breather.
Yeah, exactly.
I
feel like I should take a breather, but also I'm like I just want to keep reading.
Yeah, so, this was like real talk. I'm probably gonna sell this on my Depop because no, it's also just like it's not pretty to look at. I still have an hour for the read-a-thon. We'll keep going.
Keep going. You got this.
Yeah, I mean it's still like the read-a-thon where Ariel and Raylene are. Like it's 9 where they are.
Yeah. But they were. I don't think they're doing a Twitter sprint from 11 to 12. So I was like, we need to like.
I can say though, I see where everyone got their fairy names from. Everyone's not as innovative as we thought because like I saw like 3 names in here that I saw in like later fairy books. Like like the name Taryn, which is in The Cruel Prince, is one of the girls' names. Remember I told you I like thought in the book White Stag she had like come up with this great name Soren. No, that's in there. Like yeah, she just everyone was like, thanks Melinda for coming up with those words. Elizabeth has 3 hours left. You guys keep going. We're done here.
You got this.
I'm honestly glad we don't have 3 hours left. I'm done. I'm done. It's over.
Yeah.
On the one hand,
it's like 3 hours earlier there, so it's like 9. So like it's not too.
On one hand, I'm like proud. On the other hand, I'm like, why did we do this? Like,
I'm proud, but also I'm like,
I'm just tired. That's like it's like you wouldn't think it'd be so exhausting, but like that's a lot for your mind to do.
Yeah, like it's for me, especially when I finished this book, and then immediately for our next print, I was like, okay, I'm picking up this book. I'm like, the story.
Like, usually, like when you finish a book, you like take a bit, you know, with the energy.
Usually, I'm like, okay, finish that book. I'll take a few hours.
Like keeping that mental energy up of always being like, read a book, read a book, read a book, read a book, like with no
like just like the 10-minute break, and then I was like, oh. I'm still in the other story, but here I am.
Well, like, yeah, because even like those books, like, you know, like I read Finale in a day, and I read Christine's book in a day, and I read White Stag in a day. But there's still a big difference between like, I read this book in like a few sittings one day, and then I read 12 books in a week. It's like.
Yeah. Because like, if you read one book really quick, it's not meaning like it's just like an isolated event.
Exactly. It's not like, because even if you did that every day, you were like, no, calm down. And like, that's like, even if you did read a book every day, the idea of just like, as soon as you finish one book, you're like, and the next book, like there's no breather. Like,
that was exactly how I felt with this one. Like, I love this book. There's a lot of comedy in it, but like, my brain just needs a hot second before I go in.
I picked up a book I'd already started because I was just like, all right, I don't actually want to read this right now, but I'm already in it. So
yeah. Elizabeth said, I feel like I have more momentum. I was dead from reading yesterday, but today I have so much motivation. Yeah, I feel like that's like you need like one day where you're like dead. I like if you look at my English profile, on day 3 I read 113 pages, which was not good. And then on day 4 I read 454. And then like yesterday I read 135. And then today I read 359. So like there were like ups and downs where like if you have a bad day, it like kind of comes back, which I felt like was good.
My friend,
you can't have like solid whole reading week. You know what I mean? You can't just be like 500 pages every day. Like
yeah. My friend Gage said, "What are you reading?" And I said, "A sapphic retelling of Cinderella." And he said, "That's neat. Is that the major difference, or is it set in an alternate time and place?" And I'm gonna be like, "Where exactly do you think the original Cinderella is set?" Guess what? Stories, fairy tales aren't set anywhere, anytime.
Karina said, I read 16 pages on day 4. I feel that, honestly. A mood. Yeah. Elizabeth, yeah, a resting period between books is nice. Because, like, then you have time to, like, think about what you just read and, like, just kind of detach from that story and then move into your next one. And then it's, like, kind of more flowy.
Mm-hmm. We're going to wrap this up because I got to go to work.
Yeah. So I'm glad everyone joined us to read. I hope you had a fun time. I enjoyed reading with all you. I think I got a lot of pages read.
I'm sorry, everyone. I'm very tired.
I finished my last book. Started 8th book. You know, we won booktube-a-thon / reading rush. We won. Woo! Thanks for joining us again. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to Molly's channel. She's at Magical Molly. I'll link her channel down in the description. You can't see, but she's dabbing. Check out
Wait, get the screen back on me for a sec. Hold on, I'm watching the. It's like delayed where I'm seeing it, but we're at the end. Yeah. Reading rush.
Watch Ravenclaw Rules because the finale is coming up on Wednesday. Woo!
I keep forgetting. I don't like that when it's only 2 people. You can only see one of us at a time.
Yeah, that's stupid. I wish they had like a little bar in the box, the little box in the bottom, because I can see you.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that it's not like that up there, because I have on my desktop right above I see the live show and I see the delay. Yeah. It's like, congrats on winning. Thank you.
Thanks. I hope you won as well. Or if not, I hope you read a lot and had a fun time.
Yeah. All right.
That's what it's all about.
Let's go to bed.
Thanks for joining. Bye.